So today we are going to discuss about the topic on permutation combination. So this is a topic so most of you used to have a challenge, right? So generally, when the question is given, so what we have to find out? First of all, the challenge is this: find out whether the question is based on the permutation logic or it is based on the combination. That's a big hurdle for many of you. Am I correct? Many of you used to get confused whether the problem is supposed to be solved by permutation or it is a combination. So the logic behind these two is if the list of things is given, okay, and if the question is asking you to discussion about arranging how many possible ways this can be arranged, the list of object or detail, okay, then the question is based on the permutation, okay, if it is completely about arrangement. But if the question and the task is given based on the selection, okay, how many ways you can select, then the problem is based on the combination. Okay, for example, so there are three products. Okay, so let me say a books. Okay, we have four different books, A, B, C, D. Okay, if you are a shopkeeper, so what you will do, you will show it in the rack, right? So in that case, what will be the logic? If you are a shopkeeper, how many ways you can arrange the four books? Then the question is discussing about permutation. If you are a shopkeeper, you can arrange in a different ways, either B, A, C, D, like this. But if you're a buyer, for example, I want to buy a book, one out of the four. So what I will do, I will choose either B or I will choose either C. In that case, it's based on the selection. So we have to think in a real life scenario. So what is the question is asking you to do? If you are going to perform that task, whether you are going to select the object or you are going to arrange the list of objects. Based on that, you can conclude whether the question is based on permutation or combination. So, as I said, the keywords are arrange and select. If the list of things is given, and if the question is asking you to select, then it's completely based on the combination. For example, forming a team. Okay, choosing a ball from a box. These questions come from the combination. Got it now, Vimal? If you have a box, so if you have a ball A, B, C, if I ask you to choose one ball or two balls, then you are going to select. Then the question is based on the combination. I will give you that formulas. I will give. So get the basic idea about what is permutation and what is combination. Okay, Hemnath. Okay, so I will give you a quick review about GRE. Okay, GRE quant. There will be two sections. Okay, so some of you very new to the session, I would like to give you a quick introduction about GRE. Okay, so there will be three topics in GRE. One is quant. The first one is always analytical writing. Okay, then quant, verbal. Okay, these are the three parts of the GRE. So in the GRE exam, so you will have a session based on these three things. So analytical writing is nothing but you have to write two essays. Okay, two essays based on the topic given. And quant, it will be two sections. So first session you will have 20 questions. Okay, second session you will have 20 questions. And the time duration is 35 minutes for each session. And verbal similarly 20 question first session and 20 question second section. And time duration is 30 minutes. So this is the pattern of the GRE. And there will be one section. It may either quant or verbal. So that will based on the topic. Time will be allotted. You will get 20 questions. This is called experimental session or unscored session. So this score won't be considered in the actual calculation. Okay. Got it now? Everyone clear with the pattern? Hemnath? And of course, the second session is adaptive. So based on the first session performance, the difficulty level will increase or decrease. So usually ETS give the difficulty level from 1 to 5. Okay, 1 is easy, 5 is harder. Okay, fine. I will give you an example. Okay, fine. We'll move on with more detail about the today's topic. Actually, it's been discussed. The new pattern we have got it from 2011. So the challenges is now it's a module-wise adaptive. So it will completely check about your efficiency in the each and every module. Okay, how you are strong in the module rather than the previous question. So it will help you to analyze about the area there where you lag, and it will give you opportunities to evaluate and get the good score back. Okay. Millennium, I will discuss that how we can consider the order, how to conclude that whether the order makes an impact on the question or not. Okay. Fine. So in data analysis, total you may get 3 to 4 questions as well. So you may have 1 or 2 questions from the permutation combination and include probability. Sometimes probability also will be combined in permutation combination. Okay. Fine. So let us go with some example about the arrangement and the selection. Okay. So let us take 3 letters. Okay, I'm checking about the possibilities. If the question is discussing about arrangement, as I said, no, how many ways we are going to choose a 2 letter and then arrange. So that can be done in 6 ways: AB, AC, BC, BA, CA, and CB. If you look at no, AB and BA as the same letters but in a different arrangement. Similarly, AC and CA as the same letter but different arrangement. And CB and BC are the same letters but different arrangement, like in numbers. Like I can say 1, 2, it's a 12. If I write 21, so the order makes sense when it's come to the number or when it's come to the word. Okay, so when the problem is discussing about the order and arrangement, then it comes under the permutation laws. Okay, and if it is only about selection, for example, I'm going to choose the 2 pairs. Let me take the ABC as a 3-person. Okay, I'm going to choose 2 people for my team. In that case, how we will do? Yeah, we will do AB or AC or BC. In that case, there is no difference between AB and BA. Am I correct? So at the end, my team will have 2 people. Similarly, CA and CP. So when it is forming a group or selecting a people, the arrangement won't play any role. But if I'm going to arrange, if I ask them to sit in a row, if I'm going to give a number, then it will make sense in terms of the order. Yeah, we will discuss some more problems. You will get more clarity on this. Let's go with the formula. Okay. So what is the basic formula? So if we have n object, we are going to choose r at a time. Then the total number of ways the selection can be arranged in a NPR base. That formula is n factorial by n minus other whole factorial. For example, in the previous case, I have given the 6 letters, right? If I'm asking you to choose 2 letters, so here n is 6 and r equal to 2. So what is NPR? NPR is nothing but 6p2. So that gives 6 factorial by 6 minus 2 the whole factorial. So mathematically we can calculate using the direct form, 4 factorial. And 6 factorial I can expand like this, or we can directly say 4 factorial. 4 factorial will get vanished. So the remaining we will get the answer. Okay, if you are going to arrange, if you are going to have 6 letters and you are going to choose a 2 at a time, you got it now? Then we will get 30 different possibilities. Clear, everyone? For the previous case, we had a 3 letters and we chose 2. Then what will be the answer? The same what we have calculated. So this will be 3 factorial, 3 minus 2 the whole factorial. So that will give you 3 factorial by 0 factorial. And remember, this is important note: 0 factorial equal to 1 and 1 factorial equal to 1. Okay, so this is. So this will give you 3 factorial. So 3 factorial is nothing but 3 into 2 into 1. So that gives 6 ways. So if you have a 6 object, you're going to choose 2 that can be arranged in 6 ways, like we have seen in the previous slide. Okay, and similarly, if you have a 6 object, you're going to choose 2, then that can be arranged in 30 ways. Clear, everyone? Now, in the same problem, if we are discussing about, okay, factorial is nothing but, so I will, okay, some of you might, okay, so n factorial is formula is nothing but we need to multiply n by descending order, n minus 1 and into n minus 2 and into up to 1. For example, if it is 5 factorial, so 5 factorial is same as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this will give you the answer for 5 factorial. Okay. Okay, 0 factorial equal to 1. So that means, so nothing can be arranged in a one base. For example, if I have an empty box, how many different bases you can arrange? So we can arrange empty in one base. That is the only one way we can represent. For example, if I have two letters AB, how many ways we can arrange? I can arrange AB in either AB or I can arrange BA. Two ways I can arrange. Now take an example of one letter. How many ways we can arrange? I can arrange one letter in one different way. That is A. If it is empty, empty set can be arranged only one way. That is empty set. You got it now? Others? Okay. Fine. Similarly, the problem of the combination. So in the same case, I'm going to use, if it is 6 letters, if I ask you to choose 2 letters, okay, I'm not going to ask you to arrange, I'm just asking you to choose 2 letters. Then how many ways this can be done? So this can be done 62 ways. So by the formula, it will be 6 factorial by 2 factorial into 6 minus 2 the whole factorial. Okay, this is where we can simplify. Okay, and I will give you a simple logic. So when it is come to the combination mode, we can directly do it by the direct logic. If it is 62, then it is enough to calculate 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 1. This will give you the answer. How we are telling this? So look at this. So this is 6 factorial, right? So in the denominator, we will get 2 factorial, and this remaining it will be 4 factorial. So that means from the n factorial, I can directly eliminate the remaining 4 factorial. So that is nothing but 6 into 5 into 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 factorial. So this is always will get cancelled. So 6C2 is same as 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 1. This will give you 15. Okay, I will give you one more example. So that will be very easy for you to understand. So let me write it here. If the question is asking you to calculate what is 12C4, then what we have, okay, 12C3, what we have to do? So then what we have to do, we need to write 12 into 11 into 10 divided by 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1. This will give you the answer directly. Others, the short form of the calculation for the combination. And also the modification also will helpful for you. Sometimes instead of 12C3, if the question is given like a 12C18, then we can't use the same approach, no? Writing the, sorry, 12C8. What we have to do, we need to write entire value as per that, or 12C9. So instead of this, we can use this formula and modify. So this will give you 12C, 12 minus 9. This is same as 12C3. Okay, so instead of calculating 12C9, so we can directly calculate 12C3. So that will help us to reduce the calculation. So we can do this by using the above logic. So we can smartly use these two formulas based on the cases. Got it now? I would give you precisely, you can modify the given formula when n by 2 value is greater than r. Then this will work always. Okay. Fine, guys. I hope you got an overall idea about the permutation combination now. Shall we go to the question? And one more logic. So that will be question will come. So what are the cases we have to add and what are the cases we have to multiply? Okay. So if we have a two event, okay, event A and event B. Okay. So this can be that happen in 3 ways. This can be happen in 2 ways. Now the question is asking you to combine these 2 events. Okay, that is like a conjunction with the help of the conjunction. How many ways A and B going to happen together? Okay, if the keyword is and A and B, then what we have to do? We have to multiply the possibilities. But if the keyword is how many ways either A going to happen or B going to happen, in that case, we have to add the possibilities. Okay, so based on the keyword, we can decide the two different tasks will get multiplied or add to get the final answer. Okay, so the rules of addition is when the keyword is and, then we have to multiply, and when the keyword is or, we have to add the cases. So this, when you read the question carefully, you'll be able to find these conditions. I will give an example. Okay. So this and or case will work both permutation and combination, guys. Okay. Now, Okay. And I would like to give some introduction about the number problem. How many ways 2-digit number and 3-digit number can be formed? Okay, so let us take it. Usually the numbers will be discussed from 0 to 9. Okay, how many digits are there? There are 10 digits. Okay, total. Right? So now, how many ways you can form a 2-digit number? The question. And here the cases will come 2 cases. One is repetition is allowed and repetition is not allowed. So I'm going with the first case, repetition is allowed. Then what do you mean by that? So how many ways I can fill the 2-digit number? That is nothing but we use for this kind of question, what we have to do, we have to go with the fill up method. So fill up method is nothing but take the number of possibilities and find out how many ways we can fill it. Okay. Now look at the first digit. Okay, this is the first digit, this is second digit. How many ways I can fill the first digit? Is it, can I use all the 10 numbers or I can use only 9 numbers? Remember, it may not be 10 ways, it is only 9 ways. Why? Because if I write 04, is it a 2-digit number? It may have a 2-digit, but not logically it is not a 2-digit number. It is a 1-digit number, right? 4 is the actual value. So we need to ensure that first digit should not have a 0. So then what is the remaining possibilities? For the first place, we have only 9 numbers left. So I can choose any one of the 9 numbers and then I can fill it, right? Now come to the second digit. How many ways you can fill it? So that I can fill any number. So I can include 0. So 10 ways. And what is the conjunction? It will come. How I am going to fill it? I'm going to fill first digit and I'm going to fill the second digit. So what we have to do? Exactly. We need to multiply the cases. So this is 90 ways. So we can form a 2-digit number 90 ways. When the cases, repetition is allowed. Allowed. Now, second case, when the repetition is not allowed, then what will happen in the first digit? Again, remain the same 9 ways. What of the second case? This cannot be 10 now. Why? Because we have already used 1 digit. So the remaining is we left with only 9 digits. So again, the conjunction is and. So we have to multiply 9 into 9. So this will be filled by 81 ways. Okay. Got it now? Yeah. So which is same. Yeah. So out of 81, 9C1, both are same. But we can directly use the direct value instead of going with the combination here. Got it now? Yeah. Fine. So let me give you a quick question. Okay. Yashwati, which part you have a doubt? Second part, right? Okay. So are you clear with the first place? So how we are filling the first place? We have a 9 possible ways to fill it except the 0, right? Now come to the second digit. So totally how many digits we had? We had a 10 digits, right? Including 0. For the second place, what is the condition? I should not use the numbers that I have already used in the first place. So how many numbers will be left out for the second case? Yashmi, out of 10, we use 1. So the remaining is only 9 digits are up. So I can fill the second place by 9 ways. Okay. And the keyword is and. I'm filling first and the second. So the multiplying, it will give you 81 ways. When the repetition is not allowed. Okay. Got it? In the first case, we are using the repetitions allowed. So I'm using the 9 ways. And the second one, I'm including 0. So it become a 10. Okay. So there are 10, all the 10 digits are valid. So I can write number like 60, 60, 70, 0 also a possible number. And also I can write number like 66, 77. So that will come as a 10 numbers. 0 cannot be the first digit. Otherwise, it won't make it as a 2-digit number, right? So it can't be a first digit. 0 cannot be a first digit. Okay. In the second case, 0 can be a possible digit, right? I can write a number 60. That is a valid and distinct number. 70 is a possible. But I can't write 66 and 77 here. That case will get eliminated. The answer is either it is a 9 power 5. The answer is 9 power 5 or it is 9 power 10 power 4. Now again, as I said, what you have to do? Go with the fill-up method always. It is a 5-digit number. So how many digits are there? we have 10 possibilities. Okay, we have a 10 digits. Now go by the logic. How many ways we can fill the first digit? How many ways we can fill the first digit? Exactly. I can fill the first digit by 9 ways. Okay, not 10. We can fill by 9 ways because I can't use 0 as a first digit. Okay, except 0. Okay. Now, how many ways we can fill the second digit? Now go back to the question. What question says about repetition? Repetition of the digit is allowed. Then what it means? I can use all the 10 digits. So I can fill the second digit by 10 ways. What about the third? Again, I can fill it by 10 ways. And 10, 10. So what is the answer then? It is 9 into 10 power. That is 9. Got it now? Everyone? Others? Are you clear with this? Yeah. Now, in this case, if the repetition is not allowed, then what will happen? First, remain the same, 9. What will happen to second? Will that be 10 or it will be 8? How many we can fill the second one? Yeah, you need to be careful. Here, is it 8 or 9? You need to be careful. It may not be 8 because I have used one digit from the list. Okay, from the total 10 digit, I have used one digit. But for my second place, I can include 0 again, isn't it? I can include 0. So out of 10, I have used one number. So I left with the 9 possible ways to fill the second digit. But my third place, it will be 8. Then 7, 6. So this will be answer for 9 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 ways when the repetition is not allowed. Not allowed. You got it now? Everyone? Others? Good. What are the rest? Okay, fine. So we'll go to the next question. Why does the second place tell 9? Okay, Aslam. So if you look at no, so what is the condition for second digit? Second digit should not get repeat from the first digit, right? So how many digits we had actually? We had totally 10 digits, right? Including 0. How many digits we have used? How many numbers we have used so far? Aslam? We have used only one number. So the how many digits we have remaining? We have 9 digits, including 0. Can I put 0 here? Will that be valid? Yes, of course it is valid. So I can use any of the 9 numbers as my second digit. So that's why this will be 9 instead of 8. Okay, good. Okay, then try this quickly. Okay, now we'll go to read the question, find out what we have to do, permutation or combination, and then go with that. Okay, fine. So let me give the answer for this. I think most of you got a right answer. That's great. So good. So most of you got the answer, exact answer, 495. That's great, guys. Okay. So what is the question again? So let me decipher this. So there are 12 different color cubes in a bag. Okay. So it is a bag. It has some 12 numbers colors. Let me number the color 2, 3, 4, and up to 12. Okay. And how many ways can a set of 4 cubes be drawn from the bag? Okay, what is it is doing? Is it discussing about arrangement or it is discussing about selection? It is asking you to drawn from the bag. Drawn means taking, or we can say select, right? So the question is based on the combination. So what is n here? So total number of objects is 12. What is r? How many we are going to choose? 4. So what is the formula? It is 12C4. And we know that. So that I can directly simplify by 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 4 factorial. So this will give you the answer. Okay, 490. So this can be done in 495 ways. Clear, everyone, how we are doing this? So do not confuse the permutation here. So the question is just asking you to select and check how many possible ways you can choose a 4 different colors. Got it now? What are the rest? Are you clear with this? Okay, fine. We'll move to the next one. Now look at the question. Now try this. So read the question carefully and then do a calculation. So here sometimes you need to be careful with the keywords. Okay, don't go just by the keyword alone. You need to see what will happen after that. Will that make any sense? Okay, here this is not same as a 4-letter array logic. Okay, look at it. How many ways can a student, government select a president, vice president, secretary, and a treasurer from the group of 6 people? Okay, there are 6 people, like a letter from A, B, C. Okay, E. So I'm asking you to choose how many. So one president, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 designation we're supposed to give. So I need to choose something like A, B, C, right? So if you look at it, out of 6, okay, out of 6, you need to choose 4. It seems like simply 6C4, right? But if you look at it, it is also asking you to check how many different ways you can form a government. Okay, for example, I can say the president post can go to A. Okay, vice president can go to B. Now look at it, secretary can go to C, right? And the treasurer may go to D. That is a one case. But is it got over? No. I can shuffle the position. I can make A as a vice president. I can make B as a president. I can keep C and D as the same. So how many different ways this can be done? Now how many ways we can arrange? This is like nothing but arrangement, right? So this problem does the selection and then followed by it can be possibility of arrangement as well as included here. So I can choose a 4 people by 6C4 ways, and then I can give the designation 4 ways, 4 factorial ways. You got it now? So this directly implement the logic of the permutation. So simply I can say 6P4 will give the answer. Got it now, everyone? Why it is not selection alone? Here it is goes by based on the logic of the permutation as well as combination. So this can be done 6C4 ways into 4 factorial ways. So we need to be careful between these two things. Which one will be the right answer? Got it now? Others? Are you clear with this? So here we are selecting the 4 people and then we can give a possible arrangement also for the 4 position. Sure, you can directly ask that. Yeah. So team size is 5 person has to be selected. Okay, totally it should be only 5 people. Okay, 5 is the total and it will be a men and women combination. Okay, and totally how many men are there? There are 7. And how many women? There are 6. Okay, by the first case, go with the worst case that is given as a restriction. What they have given? So they have given that at least 3 men. Okay, what do you mean by at least 3 men? I have to start minimum 3 men in that team. Okay, so go with 3. Here are the 3. Now, so how many can be women? So the remaining 2 can be women, right? That is a case 1. Okay, so second case, what is second case? I can have a 4 men and the remaining 1 can be women, right? So now, in the third case is I can have 5 men and 0. So this is similar to the combination logic, right? Now, how many ways this can be done? This can be done by 7C3 ways, and this can be done by 6C2 ways. 7C4, 6C1, and 7C5, and 6C0. What is the keyword? I have to choose 3 men and 2 men, 4 men and 1 woman, 5 men and 0. So what we have to do? We have to multiply the cases between the men and whatever the case 1, 2, 3, either I can go with the case 1 or I can go with the case 2 or I can go with the case 3. So what we have to do? We have to add the cases. So that will give you the answer. So we are forming the possibilities, men and women separately, and write in the necessary conditions, and cases will come. So cases we need to add, and between the even we need to multiply because of the condition and. Okay, clear everyone? So answer is 756. And you need to be very careful with your calculation, and make sure you are using the calculator for these things. Okay, it will be easy and make it more accurate. Fine. So now let us discuss some question based on the words and arrangement. Okay, that is also frequently appear. Okay. So when it's come to the words and arrangement, I would like to give a small introduction. Okay. So about the words and arrangement. Now, let me go over it quickly. So we have already discussed this. If I give you 3 letters, A, B, C, how many ways you can arrange? How many different letters, words you can form with A, B, C? Direct, right? So it is nothing but 3 factorial 6 over. Now let me give you a letter like this. How many ways we can arrange? Will that be 6 again? No. If you look at the possibilities, this can be A, B, B. It can be A, B, A, B, or it can be B, B, A. But when we have 3 letters, the possible number of ways of arrangement is 6. But here I have 3 letters, but here we are getting only 3 possible ways. What happened? So here, this kind of case called duplication. So when a multiple similar letter appear in the arrangement, it will create a duplication. It doesn't make any sense in the arrangement, right? So here, if you look at A, B, A, B is same as if I shuffle A either of the side, it doesn't make any change in the arrangement or the word. So for when the repeated letter comes, we have to remove the duplication by dividing the number of times it get arranged. How many letters got repeated? Here 2 A got repeated, we need to remove 2 factorial. So this will give you 6 by 2, 3 ways we can arrange. Got it now? Let me give you one more example. If it is like this, how many ways we can arrange? Simplify and give me the exact answer. Yeah, is it 12 or it is 1? It is a 8, and different set of answers are coming. Okay, what I said first logic. First logic is numerators. How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters. In general, how many ways we can arrange? 4 letter can be arranged 4 factorial ways. Now, how many letters got repeated? Here, 2 letters got repeated. A got repeated 2 times. This duplicate, it will create a 2 factorial ways duplication. And B got repeated 2 times. It will create 2 factorial repetition. So this will be 24 divided by 2 into 2. So this will give you a 6 ways. So A, B, B can be arranged 6 different ways. Got it now? Everyone? We have to remove the arrangement by the number of letters got repeated. If it is more than 1 letter got repeated, we have to divide by their possibilities. Okay. Now I add one more condition. I will give it a task. How many rearrangement of the letters in the word success have the letter U immediately before the letter E? Here, this question, if you look at it, no, it's slightly different from the previous one, right? It has a more condition. What is condition? First, we need to find out what is given. How many rearrangement? Completely clear that it's about arrangement, competition laws. Okay. Letter in the word success have the letter U immediately before E. What do you mean by U immediately before E? So that is have a restriction. Okay. So the letter should like this. UE. You should not change it. This should be the fixed condition. What about the remaining? So the remaining can be shuffled. and arrange. That is the logic behind the question. So I need to take the words. Okay. So let me divide the letters properly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 letters. Okay. In the 7 letter, what condition they are giving? They are giving that UE should be appear as it is. So now either I can fill the remaining letter. Write it like this. Fill up method. Okay. So here the condition is UE is a fixed. Okay. It will go like a act like a one letter. So it will be fixed as a one letter. Either it can first or it can come as second, but it will be act like a one letter. Now, how many remaining letters are there? Remaining we have a 5 letters. Yes, 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 and C. So remaining 5 letters are there. So totally how many letters are there? And for convenient, I'm just assuming UA as a nothing but like a A, right? Because it is going to be a fixed arrangement. I'm going to consider A. So then I have to arrange like this. This is A, yes, 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 C, C. So how many ways this can be arranged? This will give you the answer for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 logical arrangement I have to do. That will give you 6 factorial divided by how many repeated letters? So S got repeated 3 times. So I need to eliminate the 3 factorial times. And C got repeated 2 times. I need to eliminate that by 2 factorial times. So this will give you 720 divided by 3 factorial into 2. So that is 3 into 2 into 2. This will give you the answer 60. Got it now? Everyone? How we are doing this? Others? Why 3? How many yes got repeated? There are 3 yes. Okay, if you look at it, S got repeated 3 times and C got repeated 2 times. So we are removing. Clear, everyone? Others? Okay, it is not exactly a letter. I'm assuming the cases. Okay, for avoiding the confusion. So here A is representing the letter EU. It is fixed. It is not going to change. Okay, clear, everyone? So here A is not. I have taken a variable for UE. Okay, UE is they act like a one letter. So this is one letter and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, this is similar to the arrangement of the 6 letter. So you have to arrange like this. These are the letters you have to arrange. Okay. For a differentiation, I have considered this as a A. You got it now? Others? If there is no condition, okay. If in general, how many ways this can be arranged? So in general, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in general, this will be done by 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial if there is no condition. Fine. Okay. So we will go with one more question. One more arrangement of words. It will be easy. You will get the more logic. So how many letters M chord can be arranged such that no two vowels are adjacent to each other? Okay, that is a condition is given. Okay, no two vowels are adjacent. So first of all, then we have to divide this into two things: vowels and consonants. Okay, what are the vowels are there here? A, E, O are the vowels. So what are the consonants? So it is M, C, T. Now what they are saying? They are saying that no two vowels are adjacent to each other. So it is basically a 6-letter arrangement, right? It is basically a 6-letter arrangement. They are saying that A, E should not come together. So how it's supposed to get filled? If I start with A, okay, then it can be filled in this way. Oh, right? So if I start this way, I can fill it in 3 ways. So how many ways I can fill the remaining? The remaining I can fill it in this 3 ways. And also it will also play a role of arrangement. You got it? Everyone? How we are doing this? So here we have a three vowels and three consonants, right? Now we are going to check about the possibility of filling. So how many ways we can fill the AEO? How many ways we can fill the vowels? So here the condition is the vowels should not be together. Okay, either I can go with this place is possible 1 and 2, 3, or I can go with directly places are possible. So I have 4 places I can fill it. So either I can choose first 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me write the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can choose either the possibilities goes with 1, 2, 3. If I start with 1, it will go with 1 and 3 and 5, right? If I go with 2, then it will be 4 and 6. So if you look at only one place will get shuffled. So I have 4 places I can fill the bubbles. So that can be filled in 4p3 ways because arrangement is obviously possible here. I can arrange the bubbles in such a way that any of the 4 places that will work here. So either I can put it forward or I can put it backward. So this can be arranged in a 4 position and 3 letters. So this can be arranged by 4p3 ways. And how many ways this can be arranged? Because I have 4 places. Here, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Because vowels should not come together. Got it now? So 4 places are there, but I have only 3 ways. How can I fill it? I can fill my 4p3 ways, and arrangement also here possible. Got it now, everyone? Yes, we can do it. Now, so the remaining 3 consonants are there. How many we are going to choose it? We are choosing all the 3 consonants. So 3 consonants out of 3, all the 3 have a place. So this will be filled by 3p3 ways. That is 3 factorial. So the consonant can be arranged in 3 factorial and the vowels can be arranged in 4p3 ways. So this will give you 144 ways. Okay. So here, why I'm saying 4 places? If you look at MCT, either the bubbles I can start from here. Okay, I can start the bubbles here, E, A, O, right? This is the one possibility. Or otherwise, I can fill like this. I can start from here, E, A, and O. So I have 4 places. Actually, this is a fixed number. Either I can start with a vowel front or I can end the vowel back. So that's why we get 4 places. Got it now? It will cover all the other possibilities, Chetan, in arrangement. Yes, 4p3. That will cover all the possibilities, the combination places, including the filler, the gap. Here, the consonant are fixed and vowels should not come together. So either it should between the consonant. Okay. So all the letters should come before. So if you look at how many ways, I can write it here. M, C, T. How many ways I can fill it? So either I can fill before that. If you look at how many ways, 1 and 2, C, 3, D, 4. So these are the 4 places are there. I can fill the vowels. So this is how the arrangement takes. So either before M or before M or before C or after C, and there will be 4 possible ways to fill it. Okay, try this. Okay, I will give an explanation for this one. So what it is given? It is given that in an examination there are 3 multiple choice questions. Okay, so that means number 1, 2, and 3, and each question has a 4 choices. That means give A, B, C, D as a choices. A, B, C, D as a choices. Now, number of ways in which student can fail to get all the correct, all the answers. Okay, so first of all, how many ways we can find or how many ways you can answer the question? I can answer the first question by 4 ways, right? And I can answer second one by 4 ways. And I can answer the third one by 4 ways. How I'm going to answer? Is it a case of or a case of and? That is the here trick. read the question logically and find out whether it is a case of and or case of or. What is the question condition is? You are going to answer all the three questions. How you will read? I'm going to answer the first question and I'm going to answer the second question. If it is or mean, I'm asking you to answer only one question, but the question is asking you to answer all the questions. So or third question. So in general, this can be answered 4 into 4 into 4 ways, 64 ways, right? Now, what is the question is saying? The question is saying how many ways the student, four choices, number of ways in which student can fail to get all the answer correct. What do you mean by the all the answer correct? He may get one question correct, okay, one question correct, or he may get two question correct, or he may get three question correct, and also this is a different combinations, right? Different combination I can get it correct. Instead of that, if you look at smartly, what it says, number of ways which student can fail to get all the answer correct. If you look at the which is very easy, find out the negation part or this part. How many ways you can find out all the question getting correct? If a student, how many ways one student can get all the question correct? So here the right choice will be either only one possibilities. For example, let me assume that A is the correct answer and B is the correct answer and D is the correct answer. How many ways? What's supposed to be your answer sheet? Your answer sheet, if it is like A and B and for third one D, you will get the full mark, right? So this is the only one possible case out of 64. Am I correct? So if you look at it, if the answer sheet is like this order, then you will get the correct answer, or otherwise it will go wrong at least one question. So by simply from the total possibilities, I am removing the cases which is not necessary. What case is not necessary? All correct is not necessary. So that is 64 minus 1 will give you the answer directly. So sometimes we need to look at the questions carefully. What it is asking you to calculate, how you can arrive the answer according to that. Otherwise, you have to go with all the cases. You need to conclude everything. You got it now, everyone? How we are doing this? So totally the three questions can be answered in 64 ways. 64 different ways of answer will come, but only one choice, one key, answer key will be correct. Unless otherwise, all other remaining going to be wrong. So that is simply 64 minus 1. 63 ways this could be happening. So here, Parthu, here we have four choices. So here, look at it. Here it is also considering the all the four choices. Even though one choice is correct, but the selection possibility will include all the four. So they study hard, utilize the time. Get back to us if you need help.
So thank you everyone. This is Uday and Prithviraj sir signing off. Happy learning.